I have a dream, and that dream is to cut off monster tails with just one press of a button. And guess what? That day might finally be here. With this month's Drift Smelting Bonanza, we're getting a brand new skill, and it might just be the missing piece I need to create the ultimate Partbreaker build. This skill massively increases part break damage when using special moves, and every time you break a part, it refills your special gauge. That means more special moves, more breaks, and more rewards.
Oh my god!
So what better time to update my Partbreaker build? Normally, I'd pair my Partbreaker builds with the Black Diablo's Charge Blade, but this time, I'm switching things up. To cut tails faster and more consistently, I'm going with the Dual Blades. With Special Partbreaker boosting special moves, this build lets you break heads and cut tails instantly. 2 parts gone with a single press of a button. That's 2 extra rewards, more loot, and way less grinding. So now you might be asking, why am I so obsessed with cutting tails? It's simple. Usually tail cuts have a chance of dropping those rarity 6 materials we need, and we all know how painful that grind can be. Now since we're using the dual blades, I'm mixing Partbreaker skills with crit ferocity and raw power for damage. For the build, I'm equipping the Black Diablo's helm and the Tigrex legs for lock-on and Partbreaker. Then I also have a Partbreaker drift skill on the helm to get Partbreaker level 5. Then we will equip the Basil Vambraces and the Tigrex legs for critical ferocity. To get the last point of critical ferocity, we will have to equip a dual blades that has a critical ferocity skill. Lastly, we will equip the Glavenus Mail for raw power, further boosting our raw damage while lowering our affinity to help trigger critical ferocity more often. And this is why I love negative affinity builds. Unlike positive affinity setups where you need crit eye, weakness exploit, crit element, and crit boost, which is already a ton of skills to manage, negative affinity builds are way simpler. You just need a few key pieces and it just works. Plus, to fit Partbreaker skills into an affinity build, almost impossible. So in total, this build gives us Partbreaker 5, Crit Ferocity 5, Raw Power 2, Lock On for easy targeting, and lastly Resentment for bonus damage whenever we get hit. Now let's talk about how it feels to play the build. Honestly, it's like pulling a lever on a slot machine. You pray to RNGesus to get those critical ferocity procs, the wheels start spinning, and you get to break the head, cut the tail, but still no plate. Every part break will refill our special gauge, so you can go again, and again, and again. You keep hunting, keep testing your luck, and keep pressing that special button.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it!
So basically, it's like gambling. Not for money, but for monster parts. Now, I don't think I'd ever be lucky enough to get 5 special Partbreaker skills onto the build, so I have to rely on the good old regular Partbreaker skill. Now, don't get me wrong, I took my chances with the Drift Gem E, which gives you a 50-50 chance to get either Special Partbreaker or Fighting Spirit. So of course, the game gives me Fighting Spirit. Because basically my luck is cursed, apparently. I still haven't gotten a single Special Partbreaker skill, but that's the end goal for this build. I just need one, please. Please game, just one. I'm sure once I get my hands on one Special Partbreaker, the part breaking potential of this build will go through the roof. But what do you guys think? Would you try out this build? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.